Number 17. The latest IMF annual report spotlights the continued decline in the economic fortunes of developing countries despite a mild recovery registered by the world economy in 1983 and early 1984. Full stop. The report describes the performance of the international economy last year as significantly better than in the preceding several years. Full stop. The Western economy as a whole is showing an upward trend. Full stop. The only exception, as usual, remain the poor, non-oil third world states. Full stop. This is starkly underlined by the fact that their weighted average rate of growth, which dropped to 1.5% in 1982, remained stagnant at that level throughout 1983. Full stop. Their economic growth in per capita terms declined from about 3% in the 60s and 70s to virtually zero in 1981 and to a negative rate in 1982 and 1983. Full stop. The reasons for this state of affairs are clear enough. Full stop. As the IMF report points out, among the factors contributing to the increasing slowdown in the rate of economic growth in the developing world are the progressive reduction in the volume of their exports to the industrialized world and the rising debt burden because of high interest rates. Full stop. As a result of the protectionist policy followed by the rich countries. Full stop. Third world exports had their rate of growth cut down from 10% in 1978 to 5% in 1983. Full stop. Manufactured goods on which depend third world hopes of exported growth were the worst hit. Full stop. Interest rates have also been rising with corresponding addition to the debt burden. Full stop. How bad the situation has become can be from the fact that during 1983 a record number of 17 countries asked for rescheduling of their debts. Full stop. Para. The IMF report has expressed the hope that an improving Western economy will ultimately bail out the third world countries facing the twin challenge of protectionism and rising interest rates and debt burden. Full stop. But an improvement in the economic situation of the West per se cannot be of any help, unless the industrialized countries readjust their protectionist policies and allow more third world exports to enter their markets. Full stop. The situation is totally untenable at the moment, and as IMF has warned, poses a serious threat to the world economic recovery. Full stop. Only time will tell whether the West in its attitude or not, but meanwhile, it is essential to use the existing world monetary and financial mechanism for alleviating the rigors of economic deprivation imposed on third world states by the short sighted policies of the rich countries. Full stop. No doubt, the IMF has increased its liquidity, and the money from members' quota has gone upon from 61 to 89 billion dollars, but it needs to play a more active role in supporting the third world's economies. Full stop. One way to do this would be, as Dr. Mehboobu'l Haq once again pointed out in his recent address to the Conference on Development Issues at the International Center, to create a separate facility within the IMF to deal with the debt crises facing developing countries. Full stop. The idea behind opening a fresh new window is to help the countries in immediate need and their resources. Full stop. Simultaneously, fresh efforts need to be undertaken to strengthen the International Development Association, the World Bank's soft loan arm, so that it can be of assistance to more states. Full stop. The time has come for the industrialized rich to recognize that unless they cooperate with the developing countries in rescuing them from their present plight, the world economy would be further pushed towards the brink, and when the final crunch comes, they would also not be safe. Full stop.